Welcome to Kempner Sports. My name is Rev Trev. So glad that you're here. Today we're talking about the first round of the NHL draft, and the Canucks picked at 11 Tom Willander from Team Sweden. Great pick in regards to positional need. Absolutely. Now there's some fans that are really upset that we didn't take some of the other players there. And I just kind of put on Twitter multiple times in the last couple of days that people just need to kind of relax, because it was this Simashev or bust, or Benson or bust kind of feel, depending on who was there. And I get why some fans are angry. I just knew that no matter what Vancouver did, there were going to be fans that were upset. But when you focus in on one player only, of course you're going to get triggered. Of course there's going to be disappointed fans, and I get that. I totally understand. I've been there. I've done it. This year I just didn't feel like I wanted to zone in on one person. If you haven't hit that like and subscribe to my videos, man, you should, because first of all, I called it that we were going Tom Willander. You've seen it in my other videos. I just did a live reaction video, or just posted it. I did it right during the actual draft. It was pretty exciting, because it's like, you just don't know. The draft went so crazy. There was no trades like in that first round. It made no sense. So many trades happened last year, and they're trying to figure out why there was no movement. And it was really like, people really wanted the certain players. They thought there was a lot of depth, which there was, because it is insane. I should just do a video, non-Vancouver related only, about what I thought about the draft. But let me just talk to you. Some people are like, they do feel upset that we didn't take Benson. Now, I want you to know, if I was the GM of the Vancouver Canucks, I would have taken Benson. But we went positional need, not best player available. And Patrick Alvin, in a couple of interviews, had said that in November, I heard this one on Sportsnet 650 on the radio, and he had mentioned that they had noticed Willander in November and started really following him and loved his progression. The thing about Willander is that he is a great skater. Now, that's the thing that everyone wanted with Simashev, a great skater, big kid. I get it. But he was left-handed defenseman. I just kept saying to people, we need a right-handed, and right-handed defensemen are not easy to find. In fact, Reinbacher went 5th. By the way, Carey Price, are you really? You can't even say his name? Okay, weird. We should use that in the other video. So, it's like, if you look at it, defense, because I knew if there was 2 defensemen taking the top 10 picks, that it was going to push down some of those forward studs. And then getting Nate Danielson going at 9 was mind-blowing. I did not see that coming. So then it pushed, and I thought we were going to get Dvorsky at 11, and then the Blues took him, and I was like, no. So I wanted Dvorsky, Benson, or Willander, and I'm happy that we got Willander. Listen, he's 6'1", 179 pounds. In 39 games, he had 4 goals, 25 points. He's going to university next year, Boston U. I always get disappointed in the NHL drafts, because they're entry drafts. It usually takes them a year or 2 to kind of get their feet going. Or not feet going, but get established. And then, yeah, you just don't get to see them as quickly as you want to, right? They're still in developmental stage. They're still young, right? And these are young men who've got potential coming out of everywhere. And it's exciting to see. I just wish that we could have drafted someone that we might have seen in our lineup this season. But I get it. I get that he's going there. But the question is, if you go to university for 1 year, aren't you going to go for 2? Because you're kind of wanting to get an education. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. Anyways, I don't know how you're feeling about Willander, how mad you are. Now, let's talk about Benson for a second. I would have loved to have, like I said in my other videos, I think of Martin St. Louis, I think of Thurin Fleury, man, those are the kind of guys, the small, gritty, and I just think at the end of the day, they picked position over best available player because he is that. We just needed that. We so desperately need defensemen. So good news is we got one of the top 4 defensemen. In my books, I had Willander at number 2. I had him right after Reinbacher. And so I'm personally excited about where we got him at. But yeah, so I don't know. What do you think? I know there's some of you that they're frustrated, but I mean, we don't have a second round pick. And there is some awesome players in the second round that are still available. Some of us think that if we traded back, we could have gotten Willander if we had traded back. Now, in saying that, I mean, Phoenix, would have they taken him there? Buffalo would have. I don't think they would have taken a defenseman. Pittsburgh possibly, but they took Yager. And then Matthew Wood see, that's the one I think we could have probably traded back with Nashville, got a second round pick, and they would have selected probably Matthew Wood at 11, and then we could have still gotten Willander. But you're gambling at that stage, because if Willander goes, the next available guy is Sandin-Pellikka, which is not terrible, but he doesn't have the size. He has the skill. And I'm just not there. I think at the end of the day, you wanted to get the guy you wanted to get. And I get it. Positional need over best available player. But if it wasn't Benson, who else would he go? I mean, Benson didn't go for 2 more picks. It's crazy. But there were some really cool picks there. I'm glad that we didn't go Oliver Moore there. I'm glad that Nate Danielson wasn't available. Those are guys I just didn't really want on the team. So, yeah. Anyways, what do you think? I'm excited. I'm not thrilled. I'm not like over the moon. I wasn't jumping up and down. I was more excited that I got the pick right. But it was a little bit anticlimactic because there were a lot of rumors at the end that Willander was going to be the pick. So, yeah, post in the comments what you think. Thanks so much for watching my videos. Thanks so much for subbing as well. Like my subs have been going up. I've done a ton of work, and I took a long time to make this video because honestly I'm a little exhausted for all the videos I've done, and I just wanted to enjoy the draft. I wanted to watch most picks and see what they said, and I really was interested to see how my picks did. And so yeah, hope you have a great day. Canada Day weekend coming up, free agency's coming up. There's lots to talk about. So stay tuned, hit that notification bell, and always, of course, go Canucks. Go!